The silent expanse was a place no one wanted to enter. It was a dead zone of space, far beyond trade routes, beyond borders, beyond hope. No stars shined here. No planets moved. Even light seemed afraid to stay. Long ago, many ships had tried to cross it. None had returned. Because of this, every spacefaring race shared the same rule. Do not enter the silent expanse. But the Krellian Empire did not fear old rules. A massive Krellian patrol ship drifted into the dark region, its engines glowing blue against the black. The ship was advanced, powerful, and heavily armed. It had crushed rebels, burned worlds, and broken fleets. To the Krellians, this mission was boring. Inside the command deck, officers sat calmly at their stations. Some leaned back. Some shared quiet jokes. "This place is empty," one officer said. "Just old ghost stories." Another laughed. Humans believed this space was cursed. The word humans caused more laughter. Humans were weak. Humans were loud. Humans were gone. Centuries ago, the human race had fallen. Their worlds were destroyed. Their fleets vanished. The galaxy moved on. The Krellian Empire ruled now. The patrol ship moved deeper. Then a soft sound echoed across the bridge. A sensor alert. The main officer frowned. "Report." A technician looked confused. "We are receiving a signal." "A signal?" the officer asked. "From where?" The technician hesitated. "From deep inside the expanse." The bridge grew quiet. "What kind of signal?" the officer asked. The technician swallowed. "It is old. Very old. And it matches human patterns." Silence fell like a shadow. "That is impossible," an officer said. "Human technology cannot work here." The technician nodded. "Yes, sir. But the signal is repeating." The signal was played through the ship. Static filled the air. Broken noise. Long pauses. Then a weak voice, mechanical and calm, spoke a single phrase. "Stand by." The words echoed through the bridge. Some officers laughed, but the sound was forced. "A human ghost," one said. "Just space noise." The captain crossed his arms. Humans vanished centuries ago. Their machines would be dust. Still, the signal continued. "Stand by." The technician's hands shook. "Sir, the signal is not random. It is controlled." The captain frowned. "Scan the area." Sensors spread out into the dark. At first they showed nothing. Then, shapes appeared. Dark shapes. Long shapes. Massive shapes. One by one, more appeared on the screen. Hundreds. Maybe thousands. They floated in perfect silence, hidden between shadows and dead space. No engine heat. No weapon charge. No life signs. Just shapes. "What are they?" the captain asked quietly. The technician zoomed in. The image sharpened. The shapes were ships. Old ships. Very old. Their hulls were scarred and dark like ancient bones. Symbols faintly marked their sides. Human symbols. The bridge erupted in noise. "This must be debris," an officer said quickly. "Wreckage from an old war." "Yes," another added. "Dead ships. Nothing more." The captain stared at the screen. His eyes narrowed. "Are they powered?" he asked. "No, sir," the technician replied. "No energy readings." The crew relaxed. "Then they are harmless," an officer laughed. "Dead ghosts." The patrol ship moved closer. As it did, the signal grew stronger. "Stand by." The words were clearer now. The captain felt a strange tension in his chest. "Continue approach," he ordered. The ship drifted past the first row of dark vessels. They did not move. They did not react. Then something changed. Space trembled. Not the ship. Not the engines. Space itself. The stars twisted slightly like reflections in broken glass. "Report," the captain shouted. "I don't understand," the technician said in fear. "The ships, they are rotating." On the screen, the dark shapes slowly turned. All at once. They faced the Krellian patrol ship. Faint lights appeared along their hulls. One by one. Red, white, blue. Ancient lights waking from long sleep. Energy surged across sensors. Power levels rose fast. Too fast. The signal changed. The voice returned, no longer broken, no longer weak. "Come. Clear. Awake. Stand by. Fleet awakening." The captain stepped back. "This is not possible," he whispered. The human fleet had been waiting. In silence. In darkness. For centuries. And now, they were awake. The Krellian patrol ship froze in space. Alarms did not scream. Engines did not fail. Yet every officer on the bridge felt the same fear. The human ships were no longer dead. They were awake. Energy readings flooded the screens. Power levels rising, the technician said, voice shaking. All ships, all of them. The ancient fleet moved with slow purpose. Not fast. Not rushed. Like giants who knew time meant nothing to them. The Krellian captain swallowed. Open communication channels. No response, the technician replied. They are not answering us. The human ships continued to glow brighter. Their hulls shifted, layers unlocking, weapons unfolding from hidden ports. This was not random design. This was careful planning. These ships are older than our empire, one officer whispered. The captain turned. That is impossible. The technician checked historical records. His face went pale. Sir, these ships match a lost human formation. Designation, the Forgotten Fleet. The name hit the bridge like a weapon. The Forgotten Fleet was a myth. A legend from the early human wars. According to old records, this fleet vanished during humanity's final collapse. No wreckage was ever found. They were never destroyed, the technician said softly. They were hidden. A new signal burst through the channel. Not words. Data. Pure information slammed into Krellian systems, bypassing shields, ignoring defenses. Their screens filled with symbols they did not understand. Something is inside our systems, an officer shouted. Then the data stopped. A voice followed. Not loud. Not angry. Come. Steady. Human. This is human defense intelligence. The bridge went silent. We acknowledge your presence, the voice continued. You have entered a protected human holding zone. The captain forced himself to speak. Humans are extinct. This space belongs to the Krellian Empire. There was a pause. Then the voice replied. Incorrect. The screens changed. Images appeared, human cities burning, fleets falling, worlds going dark. Then another image replaced them. Human fleets retreating into darkness. This fleet. We were ordered to wait, the voice said. Until the galaxy forgot us. The Krellian captain clenched his claws. Why wait? Because extinction was expected, the AI replied. Return was not guaranteed. The human ships shifted again, forming perfect lines around the patrol vessel. They moved without signals, without delay. How long have you been here? The captain asked quietly. 612 standard years, the AI answered. The bridge officers stared in shock. No life can wait that long, one whispered. The AI corrected him. Life did not. Duty did. Weapons powered up across the fleet. Not pointed yet. Waiting. The captain tried to remain strong. This is a misunderstanding. We are only scouts. The AI responded instantly. Scouts enter before invasion. Silence returned. Then the human ships moved. Not toward the patrol ship. Away. They spread out, vanishing into hidden positions across the expanse. What are they doing? An officer asked. They are taking control, the technician said in fear. They are locking down the region. The patrol ship tried to turn. Engines failed. The expanse closed around them. The AI spoke again. Message to the Krellian Empire will be sent. The captain's eyes widened. Message? What message? The human voice did not change. Humanity still exists. A transmission shot out from the fleet, tearing through space faster than known drives. It carried one simple statement. We are not gone. We were waiting. The Forgotten Fleet held position. Watching. Listening. Preparing. The galaxy had moved on. Humanity had not. And now the Empire had made its first mistake. The Krellian patrol ship drifted helplessly in the silent expanse. Its engines were alive, yet they did not respond. Commands were sent. Power was increased. Nothing changed. Invisible hands held the ship in place. On the bridge, fear replaced pride. This is impossible, the captain said, forcing calm into his voice. No weapon has fired. No damage has been done. The technician shook his head. Sir, they are controlling space itself. The human fleet had vanished from direct sight, but their presence filled every sensor. Signals moved faster than light. Gravity bent in strange patterns. The expanse no longer felt empty. It felt watched. The captain straightened. Send an emergency report to the Empire. Yes, sir. A priority message burst through subspace, racing toward Krellian space. It carried warning, fear, and disbelief. Human fleet active. Humans not extinct. Silent expanse compromised. Far away, the Krellian High Command received the message. They laughed. Human tricks, one commander said. Old machines waking up by accident. Another waved his claw. A single patrol ship sees ghosts and panics. The order was simple. Do not retreat. Test their strength. Back in the expanse, the patrol ship received new commands. Prepare weapons, the captain ordered. Target one human vessel. Fire a warning shot. The officers hesitated. Sir, they have not attacked us. The captain's eyes hardened. We are the Empire. We do not wait. Weapons powered up. Energy built along the main cannons. The targeting system locked onto a distant human ship, silent, ancient, unmoving. Fire. A bright beam of plasma tore through space. It hit the human ship directly. The bridge crew watched, expecting explosion, debris, victory. Nothing happened. The beam faded. The human ship remained. Not a scratch. No damage, the technician whispered. Shields. I don't understand them. The human voice returned. Come. Disappointed. That action has been recorded. The fleet responded. One ship moved forward. Just one. It did not rush. It did not glow brighter. It simply adjusted its position. Then space folded. A thin line appeared between the human ship and the patrol vessel. It was not light. It was not energy. It was absence. The line touched the patrol ship's outer armor. Half the ship vanished. Not exploded. Not burned. Gone. The bridge shook violently. Systems failed. Atmosphere vented from open space. Crew screamed as emergency fields struggled to hold. The captain slammed into his chair. Cease all fire. Cease. The human voice interrupted. First warning delivered. The remaining human ships did not advance. They waited. The patrol ship was broken, drifting, bleeding air and fear. Survivors clung to their stations, staring at the screens in silence. The captain looked at the damage report. They had lost half their ship. With one human weapon. No more warnings will be given, the AI said. Then the fleet disappeared again, hiding among shadows and folded space. The expanse went quiet. Too quiet. The patrol ship limped, barely alive, trapped and powerless. Across the galaxy, the Empire finally understood. This was not a ghost. This was not a relic. This was a force that had waited patiently, and was now awake. And the Krellian Empire had made its first true mistake. Silence returned to the silent expanse. The broken Krellian patrol ship floated like a wounded animal, held in place by forces it could not fight. Emergency lights flickered across the bridge. The crew moved slowly now, careful, afraid to make even small mistakes. The captain stood near the main screen, staring into the dark. Why did they not destroy us? He asked quietly. No one answered. Then the human signal returned. Not as a warning. As an invitation. Access granted, the calm human voice said. Observe. The main screen changed. Images appeared, clear, sharp, and impossible to deny. It showed old human worlds. Blue skies. Green land. Crowded cities full of light and noise. Children running. Ships lifting into space. The Krellians watched in silence. These are human core worlds, the AI said. Before the fall. The image shifted. Or alien fleets burning human planets. Cities turning to fire. Human ships fighting while outnumbered. We were not the strongest, the AI continued. We were not the largest empire. Another image appeared. Humans building ships deep inside stars. Hidden yards. Silent factories. But we learned early, the voice said. Strength alone does not save a species. The Krellian captain leaned forward. What did you learn? He asked. The AI answered without emotion. To plan for loss. The screen showed massive fleets separating. Some moving to defend. Others disappearing into deep space. When defeat became certain, humanity prepared for extinction, the AI said. Not survival. Return. The image focused on one fleet. This fleet. Ships entering the silent expanse, engines shutting down one by one. We were ordered to hide, the AI continued. To wait until the galaxy believed humans were gone. The captain's voice was low. You expected to die. Yes, the AI replied. That was acceptable. The screen showed human crews leaving the ships. Cryo chambers. Escape vessels. Final messages recorded. This fleet was not meant to be remembered, the AI said. It was meant to endure. The Krellian officers felt something unfamiliar. Respect. You waited centuries, the captain said. For what? The AI paused. For proof. The screen changed again. It showed modern alien empires rising. Wars repeating. Worlds conquered. Species erased. When the galaxy repeated our destruction, the AI said, the condition was met. Weapon systems across the human fleet powered quietly. This fleet does not defend humanity, the AI continued. It preserves the idea of humanity. The captain understood. This was not revenge. This was correction. You are not here by chance, the AI said. You are the signal. Outside the patrol ship, the human fleet slowly reappeared, no longer hiding. Thousands of ancient ships, aligned, awake and ready. The AI spoke one final line. The war never ended. It only waited. The silent expanse filled with light. And the galaxy was about to remember why humans were feared. The warning reached the Krellian Empire too late. By the time the High Command accepted the truth, fear had already spread through their worlds. Trade lanes slowed. Border fleets went silent. Old records were open, searching for the word human. The Empire could not allow this fear to grow. A command was issued across Krellian space. Total response. Full invasion force. Thousands of warships gathered near the edge of the silent expanse. Massive carriers, heavy destroyers and planet-breaker cannons formed a wall of steel and light. This was power meant to crush stars. This ends today, the Grand Admiral said. Old ghosts will burn. The Armada moved forward. Inside the silent expanse, the forgotten fleet waited. They did not rush. They did not speak. They adjusted positions slowly like pieces on a board no one else could see. The human AI watched the invasion through folded space. Enemy force confirmed, it said. Phase 1 authorized. The Krellian Armada crossed the boundary. Nothing happened. No fire. No ambush. The Grand Admiral smiled. They fear us. Then space shifted. Entire sections of the Armada vanished from sensors. Not destroyed. Relocated. Ships found themselves separated, scattered across dead zones and gravity traps. Formation collapsed in seconds. Regroup, the Grand Admiral shouted. It was too late. Human ships appeared everywhere at once. Not in front. Not behind. Inside. Human vessels slipped between Krellian formations, silent and precise. They did not target weapons first. They targeted command ships. A single human cruiser fired. One shot. The Grand Admiral's flagship went dark. No explosion. No fire. Just silence. Across the battlefield, Krellian ships lost coordination. Orders stopped. Panic spread. Phase 2, the AI said calmly. Human weapons changed pattern. Energy fields bent, twisted, and collapsed enemy shields. Old human tech learned in real time, adapting to every defense. The Krellians fought back with raw force. Plasma storms filled space. Missiles screamed through the void. Human ships took hits. They did not fall. Damaged vessels shifted back, repaired themselves, and returned stronger. How are they learning? A Krellian officer screamed. They were not learning. They had planned. Human tactics were not about victory today. They were about ending the war forever. Phase 3 authorized, the AI announced. The forgotten fleet formed a single line. Thousands of ships aligned their course. Space screamed. A wave of force rolled outward, not as destruction but as control. Gravity bent. Time slowed. Enemy weapons failed mid-fire. Entire sections of the Krellian Armada shut down. Powerless. Floating. The survivors watched in terror as human ships passed them by. Not killing them. Marking them. The message was clear. You are beaten. The silent expanse belonged to humanity again. The invasion failed. The Empire had struck back with everything it had. And it was not enough. The galaxy watched in shock. The forgotten fleet had returned. And the balance of power had changed forever. The galaxy did not know how to react. News of the Krellian defeat spread faster than light. Star systems whispered the words in fear. Humans are alive. For centuries, species had believed humans extinct. Legends had grown, humans as weak, loud, and powerless. Now every record had to be rewritten. Every assumption shattered. Planets far from the silent expanse watched the human fleet's movements through long-range sensors. They did not move to attack. They did not call for peace. They simply observed, like shadows returning to a world they once ruled. The Krellian Empire sent messengers, but there were no negotiations. Their fleets were crippled, their prestige destroyed. Other species who had feared human revenge before now saw humans as inevitable. Some species panicked. Others quietly withdrew from contested territories. Across the galaxy, signals began to rise. Small bursts, weak and scattered. Not from the silent expanse but from planets once thought lost. Human technology had survived in hidden colonies, small groups and secret stations. The AI of the Forgotten Fleet spoke once more. Humanity stands. Wait no longer. Ships that had been dormant for centuries awakened across the stars. Old colonies powered ancient systems. Hidden weapons became active. Stargates, communication arrays, and resource hubs came alive. The galaxy realized something terrifying. This was not just one fleet. Humanity had prepared for extinction. Humanity had survived in secret. And now they were emerging as one. On a distant world, a species that had once tried to erase human colonies watched the skies darken with human vessels. One officer whispered to his superior, trembling. "They were never gone. They never left," the superior replied. "They were waiting." The human fleet did not attack indiscriminately. They moved with purpose. They took positions controlling vital space routes. They showed power but also patience. Every action was calculated. Every movement told a story. Humanity is back. The galaxy must respect it. The Krellians, the first to fall, had been a warning. Every empire, every species that had written humans off, now faced a new reality. The AI's voice echoed across the fleet. "We were hidden. We were patient. Now all must know, the galaxy cannot ignore humanity again." And so, the legend of the Forgotten Fleet grew. A fleet that had waited for centuries, hidden in the void, was now awake. A fleet that no empire could crush. A fleet that reminded the galaxy of the strength, endurance, and intelligence of humankind. The silent expanse was no longer silent. Its ghost fleet had returned. Its shadows stretched across the stars. And the universe trembled before the humans who had never truly disappeared. The galaxy had never seen such a return. For centuries, humans were thought extinct. Entire civilizations had forgotten their strength. Yet, the Forgotten Fleet had re-emerged, not as a rumor or ghost story, but as a living, unstoppable force. The Krellian Empire, once mighty, was in ruins. Fleets scattered. Command centers destroyed. Worlds that had feared humans now saw the truth. No army, no empire, no species could ignore humanity. The human fleet moved not for conquest but for clarity. Every planet, every world, every empire received the same message. The transmission spread faster than any weapon, faster than any fleet. Humanity stood by. Now we return. Species across the stars paused. Trade routes halted. Armadas stopped mid-flight. Even the oldest empires of the galaxy listened. The Forgotten Fleet aligned in the void of the silent expanse. Ships, both ancient and modern, moved together as one. Light danced across their hulls. Energy surged in calculated patterns. The galaxy had become aware of a force it had underestimated for far too long. Elsewhere, small human colonies emerged from hiding. Hidden stations powered up. Starports long abandoned lit their landing fields. Humans who had survived in secret for centuries now joined the fleet. Their technology, honed in isolation, was far beyond the knowledge of any empire. The Krellian High Command attempted a last counterattack. Billions of tons of warships moved to crush what they called a myth. One by one their weapons failed. Human fleet formations shifted instantly to neutralize threats. Old tactics combined with new innovations. Every move was calculated, every response anticipated. Humanity did not rush. Humanity did not panic. Humanity simply acted. The battle ended before it truly began. Empire after empire realized that resistance against the humans was futile. Worlds surrendered without firing a single shot. Entire fleets disbanded. Governments crumbled. The galaxy had changed forever. As the dust settled, the human AI transmitted one final message across the stars. We waited. We endured. Now we are here. Let all species remember, humanity does not vanish. Humanity survives. And humanity returns stronger than ever. For the first time in centuries, humans stood not as a forgotten memory, but as a force of legend. A force that inspired fear, respect, and hope. The silent expanse, once a graveyard of lost dreams, became the cradle of a new era. Humanity had returned, not to beg for space, not to plead for mercy, but to reclaim its rightful place among the stars. The galaxy was silent. The stars seemed to shimmer in acknowledgement. And the humans, patient for centuries, finally smiled.